It's time for the good news.
With Lunchbox.
Tell me something good.
They always say, find a genie in the bottle and good things will happen. Well, there's a family in Colorado. They were participating in this game called Treasure Games. It's been going on since February. Someone hid something, wrote a poem, and said, you got to find this genie. Okay, so they start looking. All these months later, they found it behind a little shop in Colorado Springs, and they win $200,000.
Wow. Are there clues?
Yeah, it's just a poem.
So the poem gives them small clues.
Smallest clues, you got to, what do you call it?
Investigate,
but break down the poem. It's a D word.
Decipher?
That's it. What it means.
Oh, it's an extremely long poem. It's not like, yeah. I mean, it's like a scroll that drops to the ground if you hold it at your chest. Yeah, so there are a lot of clues in this thing. But so they followed the clues and then found it behind this little shop. And who pays for that for $200,000? I
guess it's a company that puts them on regionally across the country.
And the family found it?
Yeah, dad and daughter.
I'm watching them sit at a table for like a press conference from Fox 21 News Colorado.
How crazy is that?
Where does the money go? Do they all split it? Because there are 5 of them.
It's a great question.
Do they all get $40,000?
Like, who spent the most time? Do you divide it equally? Is it like, hey, the dad gets the most because he did the driving?
Who actually found it?
Yeah, there's like a final clue.
That's it too.
Like, who put their hand on it first?
Yeah, that's good. It said during the press conference, they were talking about the money. And so like a couple $1,000 is going to go to Habitat for Humanity. It was revealed that they were given an extra $10,000 to spread the wealth on top of the $200,000. Habitat for Humanity, Animal Friends Alliance, and the Cambodian Children's Fund are the 3 places they chose for the money to go. And they got $200,000 for themselves. That's crazy.
Fun.
I would do that, like not search, but put something out. But it'd be like $50. And people would give up in like 10 minutes.
They did one in my neighborhood one time, and it was $100, and they did like 6 different locations that night. And once they found the $100 at one spot, another thing would pop on your phone, and people would sprint to the other spot.
In your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Now, as an adult?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like 2 years ago, and I was inches from $100.
You didn't win.
I was inches.
You didn't win?
From $100. No, I didn't win.
What do you mean inches? Did somebody get it right in front of you getting it, or were you just close to it and you didn't find it?
I didn't find it. It was right there. Like, I was just walking the dogs, me and my wife, and we were like, what's going on? And people were like, you got to download this app. It's a treasure hunt. So we did, and we happened to be right next to the park when the thing beeped, and I was like the 3rd one in the park, and I'm digging in the bushes, digging. Someone came, and they was like 6 feet to my left.
It's fun that your neighborhood would do that.
Yeah.
Unless somebody
So
pranks
cool.
you and puts it in somebody's house or says it and everybody breaks into the house.
That'd be kind of
That would be
crazy.
kind of weird. That's a good story, though. We like
It's
that treasure hunt
time for
story.
the
That's
good
fun.
news.
That is what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
So Elizabeth is the mom. She got sick, fell really ill over the weekend. She had a heart issue, like a blood heart issue, and boom, she passes out. She has a 6-year-old kid that's in the house with her. And so the kid's like, what is happening? He knew something wasn't right, but he didn't know exactly what to do. But he did see that the Amazon driver was dropping off a package. So he opens the door and is like, hey, something's wrong with my mom. And they have all this on doorbell camera because it was right there by the front door. And so the Amazon driver comes in and like attends to her. They call 911. She was unconscious for like 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But the Amazon driver followed all the directions that 911 was saying. Medical help did arrive. She went to the hospital, came out fine. Or, I don't know, fine, but came out good and is improving. But they have the whole thing on video, basically, because it was all right there on whatever brand of doorbell camera it is. They have it all.
That's so awesome.
Well, the kid knew what to do.
Yeah.
And the Amazon driver was like...
There at the right time.
And it's like, yeah, help. Because also they could have been like, can't, got some packages to drop off.
You know, I'm trying to think of what my 13-year-old would even do. Like if he would think, oh, Amazon driver, let me open the door and ask for help. I would just be like, Mom, wake up.
Yeah, maybe. Or call 911 and not know what to do. Maybe, I don't know.
I need to go over that again. I feel
Yeah,
like when they
probably.
were younger, we went over the whole 911 thing, but it's making me want to revisit that.
Well, big shout out to Aiden and Brian, the Amazon driver, and Elizabeth is fine. That's from Newsweek, and that is what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good. Thanks for kicking off your day with the Bobby Bone Show. Case 100.7.
The Bobby Bone Show.
Eddie, you win this, you're the champ. You get the tiara back.
Come on.
Oh, wow.
Amy's
What's
wearing
the
it now.
score?
Eddie 4, Amy 3, Morgan 2, Lunchbox 0.
Okay.
So you're saying I got a shot?
Yeah. The category is shapes. Easy trivia. Amy, how many sides does a triangle have?
3.
Good. Easy. Lunchbox, how many sides does a square have?
4.
Good. Eddie, what's the shape of the Dallas Cowboys logo?
Star.
Good. Morgan, what's the shape of the Target logo?
It's a circle.
Good. If you get it right, you stay in. If you miss it, you hear this.
You've been boned.
All the questions are easy. Amy, ready? What color is the Starbucks logo? In
Green.
the category of colors, green is correct. Good. Lunchbox, what color are McDonald's arches?
The golden arches of McDonald's.
Category, color is?
Call it yellow then? I don't know. I'd call it.
Oh, it looks up yellow or gold.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
like,
golden is not a color. So
oh, I
couldn't
see what you're
accept that.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. I was like,
Eddie, what color is the Netflix logo?
That's red.
Morgan, what color is the Reddit logo?
Ah!
What color is the Reddit logo?
Shoot. I can see it. I mean, I think it's red.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
orange.
It's
Blue.
orange.
Oh,
It's
It's orange.
What?
You've been boned.
that's tough.
You got boned. Sorry, Morgan, you've been boned and eliminated. 3 left. The category is country characteristics.
Okay.
Amy, what country is known as the land down under?
Australia.
Good. Lunchbox, what country is known for the Taj Mahal?
Gosh, that's tough, man. We'll go with Egypt.
Oh.
It's wrong.
You've been boned.
What's up,
The
Amy?
answer is
India.
India.
Yeah. Eddie,
Go with your gut, you idiot.
what country is famous for sushi, Eddie?
Ooh, sushi. I believe, Bones, that is Japan.
Correct. 2 remain.
Come on, Amy.
Guys, stop. Come on.
Okay.
Focus.
The category is numbers.
Oh, boy.
Amy, how many continents are there
7.
on planet Earth? That's correct. Eddie, how many letters are there in the English alphabet?
35.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
You've been boned.
Oh my God.
Is it
Is this
25?
what? You're joking.
25?
It's 26.
Dang, it's that the Elemento gets me every time, dude.
Actually, give me more. LMNO.
That's unbelievable.
I skip on the Elemento.
But you went
That's
higher
unbelievable.
than
But you said
26, though.
35.
If you
Elemento should be
skip-
less. I think you count. I don't know what happened there.
So what's the-
if
what's
you
the
listen
answer?
back, I
It's
think he
26.
said. I think he said A B B.
C, 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 C,
Yeah.
D, 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 D.
What? Did I?
Dang
Wow,
it.
okay. I feel bad accepting this win, but. Okay.
Yeah, so let's scratch that one then. Let's scratch
You,
that
you
answer.
got any you want to throw at me for fun? Because I think.
No, I think Eddie just loses, and
Oh
Amy
my
is now
gosh. Oh my-
with 4 points, and next week goes down to, well, if either of you win, you're the champion.
How did that happen?
Dyscalculia?
Yes, for sure, dyscalculia
I
Next
have
week is
it
my
too,
comeback.
but-
and dyslexia, all in one. It's a bad combo, man.
Eddie, I can't believe that.
I
Amy,
can't either.
congratulations. And that is the humiliating game of easy trivia. Thank you, everybody.
Bobby Bone Show.
Thanks for waking up with the Bobby Bone Show on Case 100.7.
Bobby Bone Show.
All right, this was mentioned earlier, but at what point, and this is from Morgan, this is her idea, because Morgan thinks she needs a bit of an intervention because you're spending money on an app, like in-app purchases.
Yeah, there's a game that's on my phone called Travel Town, and I've spent $100 on in-app like game purchases.
What's Travel Town about?
It's a matching game essentially. I just feel it like soothes my brain when I need a
Not a
break.
commercial for Travel Town, I promise. It isn't. So what do you do in Travel Town? I'm interested.
You basically match these things together and then you build the town. You have to get so many coins by matching certain things together and then you build the town.
Why would you buy in-app purchases?
Because it gives you more energy to make more matches.
So your little
And then-
person in the game needs energy?
Well, just my like
Makes
user.
sense to build a
yeah.
house. Yeah.
And then I get little diamonds and then you can buy other things. Yeah. it's-
boy.
Wow. Okay, Morgan needs help.
No, she does need help. Like we go to commercial and she goes
she's
in the,
right on it?
She goes in the glass room and she immediately gets on this game. And I'm like, Morgan,
That's
get
funny.
off your phone. She goes, I need a break. I'm like, that's not taking a break.
That's passion. As long as you're not spending more than what I would say is instead of an intervention, a fake intervention, because I've been a part of real ones. This ain't a real one. This is a fake intervention. I would set a budget on what you can spend on in-app purchases. If that makes you happy, if that's your entertainment, then set a budget. And then if you go over that, then we'll have a real one.
Okay.
What do you think you spend a month on in-app purchases for Travel Town?
I mean,
Have you only played it for a month?
no. I've been playing it for a few months now, and the 100 is so far. But here's the problem: is buying the energy is like $2 here, $3 there. So I don't feel like I'm.
Can you set a limit? Games probably don't let you set limits, do they?
No way. They want
that
your
would be
money.
stupid, yeah.
So right now she's averaging $33 a month.
$50 a month on Travel Town.
$50 a month on a...
At high level. But that's entertainment. If you do 2 movies with popcorn, that's what that is.
You're enabling her.
Yeah, I am. And I want you to have fun.
Okay, so
Yes.
if I go over 50, then I
Then
need
you
to
let us know, and we're going to hit you or something. We'll tase you.
shot caller. Yeah.
Amy, what do you need intervention for in your life?
Mine's more of a phrase.
Go ahead.
And my daughter and my niece have brought this to my attention because, my niece has been living with me all summer. She's the first one that brought it up. She's 21 and, experiences a lot in life, emotional. She has a boyfriend, different things. And a lot of the times the first thing out of my mouth when something isn't right with her is I say, okay, well, what does this make possible?
Oh, you've been listening to too many self-help podcasts and books.
No, that's just a good question that I got from
A self-help podcast or a book?
No, my own podcast, a guest I had, Donald Miller.
Okay,
It's been
there
a
you go.
great question for me to ask myself. And I think it's for myself, if I want to ask it to myself right away, that's okay.
I don't mind the question.
I don't mind it either. And she doesn't either as well. But her point was, and then my daughter chimed in on it, was that, Mom, you ask it too quickly. Like, you don't give us a chance to be with our emotions and really feel. And sometimes we just want to share something, and you're instantly trying to be like, well, what does this make possible? And they told me it's really annoying. And
I would say it's more of like seeing signs in random places. That's what you need the intervention on.
Really?
I had that written down for you, yeah. Because you'll find a sign anywhere at any point for
Well,
any
and what
reason
does that make
whatsoever.
possible?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Lunchbox?
Look, man, I don't want you guys to intervene, but it's probably the lottery. I mean, I played a lot. A lot.
Does your wife ever ask you how much you spend on the lottery? Even not to say don't spend as much, but out of curiosity.
I do tell her. She's like, you bought lottery tickets again? Yeah, well, if you don't buy them, you can't win.
Do you leave them laying around?
Oh, all over the house.
But do you do what I do with cards and hide them sometimes because you are like, wow, what'd you get this time?
No, I don't want to forget them. Like, they read these news stories, so I put them on the counter, the kitchen table, the coffee table. I mean, whatever.
Oh, so you leave them out. See, my wife is not judgmental, but I think she should be, and that's why I'm embarrassed. Because instead, I get because mine is going to be buying sports cards and memorabilia. Like, I just got this in the mail. It's a John Calipari signed 101.
Oh, that's cool.
Exotic. I know.
Who's John?
John Calipari. He's a Arkansas Razorback head coach, but he's in blue. This is from Kentucky. But so I got this, and if I left it out, I would be embarrassed because I would think my wife would need to go, hey, man, there's a lot of stuff around here. She doesn't. But that's I don't need an intervention, but possibly soon. But I do have a whole series coming out on just the stuff I collect.
Yeah, that's where it gets tricky. You turn it into work so that it doesn't look like an obsession.
Exactly.
Is that why you do it, Bones?
Yes.
No. I do it because I love it. And if I love something, I'm going to work harder at it, especially to make it good. And usually success comes from that. That's why if you do something you love, you usually end up being really good at it and being successful.
Gosh, you're good. You're real good.
And what does that make possible? What does that make possible?
Exactly.
It's a sign.
Eddie?
Yeah, I would say sports gambling, but it's not that big of it's not the money. It's just that like all day I'm looking for sports to gamble on. Like last night I was watching women's soccer. I'm like, why am I gambling on this?
You bet on women's soccer?
Yes, I don't know who's playing. I don't even know the
teams. You just need that rush.
I just need okay, I can win $2 tonight.
You just need to have something on the line. That's dangerous.
Kind of a problem. But
Bobby,
it's not the money.
you're telling him that's dangerous.
I don't need to bet for the sake of betting.
I mean, Amy,
I
it's
like
true.
to bet, but I'm good.
But do you need to buy a card for the sake of buying a card?
Why do you say it with that voice there, Steven Seagal? That's tough. I like to. Okay, this is it. I found it. This is how I'm like Eddie. When you buy cards, it's basically just gambling in stocks, right? You're buying a box of something, hoping there's something better in there than what you paid for it.
Correct.
But also, I like the little men on them too. Okay, everybody good?
Yeah.
Nobody actually needs an intervention, but those are our fake interventions. If it gets out of hand, we'll all step in. Deal?
Deal.
It's time for the good news.
With Lunchbox.
Tell me something good.
They always say, find a genie in the bottle and good things will happen. Well, there's a family in Colorado. They were participating in this game called Treasure Games. It's been going on since February. Someone hid something, wrote a poem and said, you got to find this genie. Okay, so they start looking. All these months later, they found it behind a little shop in Colorado Springs, and they win $200,000.
Wow. Are there clues?
Yeah, it's just a poem.
So the poem gives them small clues.
Smallest clues, you got to, what do you call it?
Investigate?
Investigate, but break down the poem. It's a D word.
Decipher?
That's it. What it means.
Oh, it's an extremely long poem. It's not like, yeah. I mean, it's like a scroll that drops to the ground if you hold it at your chest. Yeah, so there are a lot of clues in this thing. But so they followed the clues and they found it behind this little shop. And who pays for that for $200,000? Does it say?
I guess it's a company that puts them on regionally across the country.
And the family found it?
Yeah, dad and daughter.
I'm watching them sit at a table for like a press conference from Fox 21 News Colorado.
How crazy is that?
Where does the money go? Do they all split it? Because there are 5 of them.
It's a great question.
Do they all get $40,000?
Like, who spent the most time? Do you divide it equally? Is it like, hey, the dad gets the most because he did the driving?
Who actually found it?
Yeah, there's like the final clue.
That's it too.
Like, who put their hand on it first?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It said during the press conference, they were talking about the money. And so like a couple $1,000 is going to go to Habitat for Humanity. It was revealed that they were given an extra $10,000 to spread the wealth on top of the $200,000. Habitat for Humanity, Animal Friends Alliance, and the Cambodian Children's Fund are the 3 places they chose for the money to go. And they got $200,000 for themselves. That's crazy.
Fun.
I would do that, like not search, but put something out. But it'd be like $50. People would give up in like 10 minutes.
They did one in my neighborhood one time, and it was $100, and they did like 6 different locations that night. And once they found the $100 at one spot, another thing would pop on your phone, and people would sprint to the other spot.
In your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Now, as an adult?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like 2 years ago, and I was inches from $100.
You didn't win.
I was inches.
You didn't win?
From $100. No, I didn't win.
What do you mean inches? Did somebody get it right in front of you getting it, or were you just close to it and you didn't find it?
I didn't find it. It was right there. Like I was just walking the dogs, me and my wife, and we were like, what's going on? And people were like, you got to download this app. It's a treasure hunt. So we did, and we happened to be right next to the park when the thing beeped, and I was like the 3rd one in the park, and I'm digging in the bushes, digging. Someone came, and they was like 6 feet to my left.
It's fun that your neighborhood would do that.
Yeah.
Unless somebody
So
pranks
cool.
you and puts it in somebody's house or says it and everybody breaks into the house.
That'd be kind
That
of
would be
crazy.
kind of weird. That's a good story, though. We like that treasure hunt story. That's fun. That is what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
I'll go first. The New York Times decided to start running a crossword puzzle after Pearl Harbor was bombed just to give people a distraction and a way to occupy themselves because all they were doing was worrying about more bombings. Wow. That's where the crossword puzzle in the paper came from. And to this day, Lunchbox still does stuff like the crossword puzzle.
I do.
But you're more of a...
USA Today because New York Times.
No, I mean like the game.
You
Wordle.
also
The Wordle.
Yeah. New York Times way too hard, man.
Wordle too?
No. That's where you get the word is New York Times. But their crossword, good luck. Maybe getting 3 words.
Oh, that hard.
Oh, that hard. And it gets harder as the week goes on. Friday, just light it on fire.
Well, I didn't know that.
Amy?
Mr. Hewlett and Mr. Packard tossed a coin to determine whose name would come first in the name of the company.
Thought it was one guy named Hewlett Packard.
Nope.
Yeah, me too.
But he obviously won the coin toss. Hewlett.
Sure, yeah, I thought it was one guy, Mr. Hewlett Packard. Lunchbox?
We love to talk politics on this show, so let's go.
We don't. Go ahead.
If you live in a red/Republican state, you are 27% more likely to get divorced than if you live in a blue state.
Did they say why?
No, they
you're just
said-
reading random facts. Okay, go ahead.
They just said that's the breakdown is that people that live in red states are 27% more likely to get divorced.
Okay, is that all the fact?
That's a fun fact. So if you live in a red state and you don't want to get divorced, you better move.
But you could live in the red state and be registered as a Democrat and still get a divorce.
But if you live in the red state.
That's a great point. You don't have to be
Right, I'm not
voting.
saying.
Oh my God, what's he doing
But maybe
to us
it's
right
the
now?
laws of the red state
Possibly.
that cause more.
Possibly. That's a great point too. It doesn't matter what your political party. It's
That's
just
what I
where
was
you live.
saying. I'm not saying if you're a Democrat or Republican. I'm saying it's where you live.
Got it.
My brain's breaking. Eddie.
The most expensive cheese is donkey cheese. It's called Pule, and it can be bought for $1,300 a kilo, which is around 2 pounds.
Anybody ever had donkey cheese? I didn't know they made donkey cheese.
No, but I'm down for it.
I'm not.
I
What?
want
Goat
Pule.
cheese is so good. Can you imagine? Is donkey cheese like.
It sounds gross.
I feel like goats are like cleaner and more accepted than donkeys.
Donkeys are cute.
Yeah, I guess. Morgan?
Yeah, so dogs can get a sense of when you're supposed to be home from work based on how much of your scent is left in the house. So when you leave the house to go to work each day, the smell of you in the house decreases with each hour of your absence, and your dog can detect that difference. So they've probably learned through repetition that when the smell of you is weakened to a specific degree, that's when you're going to come home.
That's pretty crazy. It's like a dog sundial.
Interesting.
Just the level of it. How do they know, though? They never interviewed a dog.
That's true.
And
How do
actually
we
got
know
the
that?
dog to tell us that that's true. We've had here's another one. Abe Lincoln almost joined the Donner Party, which was a group of people that were going to go to California on the Oregon Trail. Like, considered it, talked about it, but he stayed in Illinois because he just had a kid and he was just going to start in politics. The Donner family got stuck in the Sierra Nevada mountains and turned to cannibalism and all ate each other.
What on earth? Hey, good decision.
Could have been him.
We'd have never had Honest Abe. Electric Light Orchestra is a band, ELO. They have the record for the most top 40 hits without a number one. They had 20 songs make the Billboard Top 40, not a single number one. Their highest ranked song was Don't Bring Me Down, which hit number 4 in 1979. Don't bring me down. That's the Beatles.
That's Don't
Turn
Let Me
that down. Yeah, turn that down. The music gets in my head. I can't do it. Oh, now I can't sing it. Don't. Yeah, that's it. Do it again.
No, don't bring me
Don't bring me down. Yeah, that's it. That's Spielberg got me. Spielberg got it.
Oh, they sing that one?
Yeah.
Don't bring me down.
Yeah. Don't bring me down, down. Yeah. Thank
So
you.
they've never had a number one?
Coca-Cola was offered the chance to buy Pepsi 3 times between 1922 and 1933 and turned it down every time. It's like Blockbuster. They had the chance to buy Netflix.
Oh, and they didn't do it.
As long as people are kind to rewind, we're going to stay forever.
Fun Fact Friday.